The mantra, some Dakshinamurti mantra or Shiva mantra or whatever, relatively lengthy. Om Namah Shivaya, you may be able to finish it quickly, but relatively lengthy, lamba. And now 3 months. Why 3 months? Why 3 months? Why not 3 years? You can do in 3 years, so that you can do it at a leisurely pace without pushing yourself. That is the real spirituality. Why 3 months? Because I have to go back to the plains. They are waiting for me. I have taken sannyas. And if I take sannyas and sit in Himalayas, what is the value of the sannyas? Take sannyas, I'll go back to Bhopal or Delhi or Hyderabad or Madras or Chennai or whatever. To go back there are people, they will see the sannyas and then you can teach a few things to them. That is the goal. That will be delayed. That will be delayed. Also these students are also very slippery. Out of sight, out of mind. Suppose you go away for a long time, they will not come back to you. In the meanwhile, they must have gone caught by another guru. Hota hai. It happens. They go to under the canopy of another guru. And therefore I will be left sishyaless. These professional gurus, I tell you. Therefore I have to finish. Then why 12 lakhs? Why not 3 lakhs in 3 months and then go to the town? No, 12 lakhs you have to do. Then only God's grace will be full for me. Or you create struggle for yourself, conflict for yourself. And this when? After taking to sannyas. Immediately after taking to sannyas. You have missed the whole point of Japadhyana. So, anyway, when you do this way, Om Namah Shivaya or Shri Rama, etc., the effects will be there. The nervous system cools down. I can put it in a more scientific way. Nervous system cools down is some kind of a subjective way of putting it. More scientific way, the sympathetic nervous system's operations will be lessened and parasympathetic gains a lot of power. And therefore, the nervous fatigue will not be there in your system. The nervousness, anxiety, etc. These are partially mental and partly neurological. Partly. Anxiety could be neurological. And the nervous system, the sympathetic nervous system becomes of heightened activity, which is not good. Parasympathetic should take over. So this Om Namah Shivaya chant, just now I noticed, even for 3 minutes, it is such a soothing thing it is for the entire system. And then breathing becomes even. When you chant, breathing becomes even. You will not notice breathing. When your emotions are going on, the breathing gets highly disturbed. So now the breathing is sama. Pranapano samo krutva nasabhyantaracharinav. The Gita vision becomes real to you. The brain cells relax. You remain in the heart and the parasympathetic system kicks in when you are chanting the right way. Then that is the time when the overworked brain cells, they start relaxing. And that gives a lot of benefit to you. You will not know some of these neurological disorders like Alzheimer's and all that. You don't have them in India. I have a feeling that some of these issues, Alzheimer's, etc., you don't see them much in India. The reason could be the underlying spirituality of the Indian society. There is a religion, mainstream, but underlying spirituality is there. That takes care of the nervous system all by itself without even your knowledge. Therefore, the brain cells will relax, and then finally your general health will be better by this kind of a chant. Because when the nervous fatigue and the mental fatigue reduce, the general health will improve, and a sense of well-being, a sense of wellness comes to you. So these are the side benefits. Like medicine has side effect, this yoga or this chant has side benefit, not side effect. So you are not looking for any benefits, you are not looking for any outcome or result. They happen by themselves. They don't happen to you, they happen to the body-mind. Nothing ever happens to you. Please understand, nothing ever happens to you. You are the Sachidananda, or as I explained, you are the Kotastha Chaitanya, the immutable witness. That is what you are. Therefore, nothing ever happens to you. Only things happen to the body-mind. And sometimes the body-mind should be in the right place so that you can go beyond the body-mind. An ill or a sick body or mind or both hold you back. They won't allow you to go beyond them. Therefore, that is how the chant would help you. Then some of the impurities of the mind also can be at least partially addressed by such a chant. Like constant dwelling on the past and getting worked up about some of those past things. Like yesterday night in satsang I have discussed, the past will be visiting now and then, making us very unhappy and distressed. So those episodes of past haunting you become less and less frequent by such a chant. And then interestingly, when you understand the word Namaha properly, Namaha is self-surrender, and that self-surrender you understand properly, then the anxiety for future will be gone. It will be gone. If you know the spirit of Om Namah Shivaya, now you will not be anxious about future. Unless you contradict yourself. Means do 10 minutes Om Namah Shivaya and come out and start planning the whole life now itself and looking into the future, and then take the support of numerologists and Vastu people, etc. What will happen to me tomorrow? Like that you will be working on these predictive things. I don't know what is the value of them. So you work on them, then your anxiety will come back. The more you dwell on the future, the more anxious you would become. There is no other purpose served by it. Future itself is a myth, it doesn't exist, and only present exists. But even from some standpoint you want to say there is a thing called future. That future is utterly unpredictable. Therefore, why are you going after that? What is the meaning of that? Therefore, you don't contradict yourself. And then this fear of future, all fear has only one source. All fear, anxiety, worry has only one source. That source is anticipation of the future. Anticipation, another word, expectation. They are only about the future. Suppose you don't expect anything. You don't expect anything. Now you anticipate one and the same. You will not be distressed at all. You will be moving smoothly. That now is the only fact of life. There is no future. And you will be established in the now. Bhutam bhavishyaccha bhavat svakale. Ramana Maharshi. Therefore, that is another advantage of the chant. Chittajam japadhyanam. And then restlessness means you should not contradict yourself. Like 10 minutes or 20 minutes you chant, and chant gives you a very relaxed, quiet state of mind. Now you follow it up with a lifestyle full of restlessness. That is what people do. The ground they covered today, they will undo tomorrow. Something like that. You undo what you have gained. Some composure you gain by nice chant, japa, and then lose all that composure by running after some of the worldly things, some business, or greedy business, that is what I mean, or going after some lottery or whatever, or even simply constant involvement in the worldly things. You should not do it. You see, here religion you should not use as an accomplice for worldly gains. You should not do that. That is a distortion. You use religion to support and strengthen the egoity, and then proceed into the world with that egoity, seeking selfish gains, etc. And then you end up studying even the Shastra for self-fulfillment. That is how it ends up. It doesn't serve any useful purpose. And not only you get confused, you will become a cause for the confusion of others also. Therefore, this constant involvement in worldly things you should avoid. You should not expand your wings. That kind of a thing is not for a spiritual seeker. You join a political party, then you have to expand your wings, you have to have more interaction with the people, groups of people, always keep in touch with them, so that when the election comes, they will all remember you well and they will consider you as a meaningful candidate and you will win. That is the politician's job. They are on the job 24/7. They are constantly engaging with people, individually, in groups, etc. That is a 24/7 job for politicians. Suppose you are a spiritual seeker and you take up that kind of a job to some extent or to a large extent, then you are contradicting yourself very badly. So thereby you are not a clean spiritual seeker anymore. It is like you join the university, a good university, to study MS or whatever, and will be going to the sports event, to the fashion events and to the movies, this and that. You are not supposed to do that. Therefore, this kind of involvement in worldly things, then gossiping, and then cell phone use, excessive usage of cell phone, all these things you should avoid to make this japadhyanam meaningful. Otherwise you will be contradicting yourself and you will remain where you are. That is in the samsara. So anyway, I am more or less done with that verse and make a few more comments in the next class and proceed to the next verse. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Shanti Shanti Hari Om Shri Guru